What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we need to be taking a look at the top 10 cards from the Saurian Republic. We started having a look over the last few days at the best cards from Worlds Collide, and so far we've looked at logos and discs, two houses where they've got new cards. But the Saurian Republic is a new house. Every card is new. Yay! Big shout out to all the lovely people on the Facebook group that voted in the poll and helped me out making this video. So starting off then with some honourable mentions, I'll try and be quite quick. Gargantodon. 16 power, 0 armour makes it the most powerful creature we've ever seen, and it's honestly not that close. But it comes into play stunned and it only deals 4 damage when fighting, so significant downside, shall we say. Now, we've also got a lovely skill whereby each amber that would be stolen is captured by a creature controlled by the active player instead. Stops players stealing, all they do is capture amber, and of course, when a creature has amber on, it goes to the opponent when that creature is destroyed. So you can essentially get your amber back rather than it just being stolen. The Colosseum is a lovely key cheating card, whereby when an enemy creature is destroyed while fighting, you put a glory counter on the Colosseum, and at any point if there are 6 or more glory counters on the Colosseum, you remove 6 of them and forge a key at current cost. Brilliant key cheating card, and if your opponent's playing any kind of card that can get around it, like barehanded, like grasping vines, like Hawk, then yes, fine, they can get around it, but otherwise, very good. While we're talking about key cheating cards, how about a quick shout out to Imperial Forge, another key cheating card, and what Imperial Forge does, it's an action that gives you an amber bonus, and you forge a key at +8 current cost, reduced by 1 for each amber on friendly creatures. Now, one of the things that the Saurian Republic do so well is exalting. You put an amber on it from the common pool, but then of course a huge downside here is that your opponent can then destroy the creature, they get the amber that started in the common pool. But this is of course really nice because you can use the amber on it to reduce the cost of forging a key. And my favourite of the key cheating cards, Triumph, which is my personal favourite, right? It's my personal number 1. Didn't get many votes in the poll at all. I think it's phenomenal. But Triumph here is a phenomenal card whereby if there are no enemy creatures, you exalt each enemy creature. And if there are 6 or more friendly creatures, you forge a key at no cost. So you make sure there's a bunch of friendly creatures and no enemy creatures, and then you forge a key at no cost. Great combo here with Spartosaur that says that after a friendly creature is destroyed, you destroy each non-dinosaur creature. If you can get 6 dinosaurs out and then get a friendly creature destroyed, this could be awesome. But in at number 10, we've got SEMPER TYRANNOSAURUS. This is a very nice card. Well, they're all nice cards, right? There's a lot of good cards. Any that made the top 10 are good. It is an action card that moves each amber from the most powerful creature to your pool and destroys that creature. You'll see a bit of a theme as we go through this list. The cards we love so much from the Saurian Republic are cards that help us to get around the fact that we're constantly exalting. But if your opponent's captured a bunch of amber, if you've captured a bunch of amber, if your opponent's exalted, if you've exalted, it's only the most powerful creature, so it's limited in that way, and it might be yours, but it's a good way to exalt and make the most of it. Like Gargantodon, for instance. Just putting that out there. In at number 9, the CALLIPYGIAN Ideal. Still not entirely sure how to pronounce this one. It is an upgrade, and when you play it, you exalt a creature, but then you may spend amber on this creature as if it were in your pool. So when it comes around to the beginning of your turn, and you have the opportunity to forge a key, you can either use the amber which is in your pool at the moment, or you can use the amber on the creature to which this is attached. Very nice. Put this on a creature that captures loads or exalts loads, preferably a really powerful creature, and then you can spend it. Put it on a Gargantodon, and then every time that you would steal, pop it on Gargantodon, then destroy Gargantodon to get all of the amber. Nice. Plus you start off exalting a creature, which means you put an amber on it. In at number 8, Imperium. Imperium is an action card that gives you an amber bonus, and when you play it, you ward 2 friendly creatures. Now, warding is another one of these new things that we see coming around in Worlds Collide, and what you do is you put a ward counter on a creature, and then if it would be damaged, destroyed, or removed from play, you instead remove the ward counter. Now, it's only one at a time. You cannot stack ward counters, but this is still very, very nice. It lets you guarantee protection to, well, 2 of your creatures because you're getting 2 ward counters on. You get an amber and protect 2 of your creatures. That's awesome. Axiom of Grisk. Axiom of Grisk is another one of these cards that makes exalting worth it. When you play, you ward a creature, and we said warding is very, very nice. And then you destroy each creature with no amber on it. Now, you do have to gain 2 chains because it's such a good effect. Taking chains is a must. But let's ignore that for a moment, right? Because firstly, you ward a creature, that is good. Secondly, you destroy each creature with no amber on it. So if you've been exalting a bunch of creatures, maybe capturing some amber and your opponent hasn't, it basically works as a one-sided board wipe. Yeah, you've got a bunch of amber on you that your opponent can get when they destroy your creatures, but you destroy all of their creatures. Sounds like you're getting the better end of that deal. In at number 6, the Golden Spiral. Now this actually placed quite a bit higher in the poll, but I've dropped it a little bit because I'm not as much of a fan as a lot of people are. It is an artifact, which is obviously just the set symbol of Saurian Republic, but in gold. And it's got an action whereby you exalt a friendly creature and then ready and use that creature. It's house cheating. Now, to be fair, it's not just house cheating. It is any friendly creature, and it is ready and use that creature. So you can use one of your Saurian Republic creatures twice, or you can use a creature the turn you play it, or you can use a creature out of house. You do have to exalt them, which sucks. But that's 3 very powerful effects. Using a creature twice, or using it the turn you played it down, or using a creature from out of house. All 3 of those things are incredibly good. When it comes to exalting, the question you really have to ask yourself is it worth exalting? And when it comes to this, the answer is yeah, it actually definitely is. Most of the time. In at number 5, be careful with your pronunciation. It is Imperial SCUTUM. An upgrade that gives you an amber bonus, and the creature to which it is attached gains 2 armor, and destroyed, move each amber on this creature to the common supply. It means that you can exalt a creature as much as you like, and when it gets destroyed, the amber goes to the common supply, which is to say it does not go to your opponent. It is a way of exalting a creature and not caring that you've gone and exalted it. And for that reason, I think it's pretty gosh darn nice. Also works for capturing, incidentally. You capture amber, your opponent destroys the creature, the amber goes back to the common supply, and you haven't stolen it, but they have essentially lost it. In at number 4, Senator SHRIX, a 4-power, 1-armor creature, and when you play it, you exalt Senator SHRIX, and when you reap, you exalt Senator SHRIX. Now, I'm not too worried about exalting it when you reap. You reap to gain an amber now. Your opponent can destroy SHRIX to gain an amber later. That's fine. But you may spend amber on Senator SHRIX as if it were in your pool. Think of it like that CALLIPYGIAN ideal card. Except it can't be removed because it's not an upgrade. Because seriously, you exalt it when you play it, and then you may spend amber on it as if it were in your pool. It is just the creature version of it. Yes, you can exalt it, and then your opponent destroys it right away, and you never get to spend the amber, they get it right back. But there's going to be plenty of times where you get a bunch of amber on it, and then you just forge a key faster. If your opponent isn't able to take down SHRIX, then you're just gaining an amber every turn, in addition to the one you get from reaping. I'm sorry, that kinda sounds like fun to me. In at number 3, we've got a card that I elevated a bit from how it finished in the poll. Cincinnatus Rex. I adore Cincinnatus Rex. And honestly, there is a very, very strong argument that this should have been number 1. If I was judging it more on my opinion and less of an I've asked the community, I probably would have put this number 1. But I'm going to respect the poll. But I still think Cincinnatus Rex is phenomenal. 6 power, 4 armor. 4 armor is huge. If there are no enemy creatures at any point, this gets destroyed. As soon as there are no enemy creatures, Cincinnatus Rex goes down, which incidentally makes it a very, very bad combo with that Spartacus card we saw. Fine, it's called Spartasaur. But Cincinnatus Rex is absolutely worth it. Because when you fight, you may exalt Cincinnatus Rex and then ready each other friendly card. And when it says card, we are saying card, not creature. So we're talking creature, we're talking artifact. It does not let you use creatures out of house. It lets you ready them, but not use them. But essentially what you do is you use all the creatures you're allowed to use in your turn. You then fight with Cincinnatus Rex and you use them all again. Yeah, fine, you have to exalt it. But let's say you've got 4 creatures out. Reap 4 times, you gain 4 amber. You then fight with Cincinnatus Rex. And okay, you exalt it. But then you get to reap 4 more times, so you get 4 amber now, and your opponent might get 1 amber in the future, and you're 6 power 4 armor, which is not easy to take down, and all of a sudden we are looking at a very, very nice card indeed. In at number 2, Senator Bracchus, which is one of the ultimate I don't mind exalting cards. You see, it lets you spend amber on friendly creatures as if it were in your pool. Like that CALLIPYGIAN ideal, like Senator SHRIX, except for all of your creatures. And when you fight or reap, you have to exalt him. But all of your creatures end up being able to use amber that is on them. And in a deck with the Saurian Republic, you might end up having a lot of exalting. You may be exalting rather regularly. This is amazing. This is exactly what you need in a Saurian Republic deck. This is the ultimate Burn the Witch card, right? Burn the Witch cards are ones whereby when it hits the field, your opponent has to take it out immediately. That is a mark of a good card, and your opponent is going to be going after this as fast as they can. But in at number 1, we've got Tribute. Tribute is Amber Control, and Amber Control has always been exceptionally strong. Gives you an Amber bonus when you play it, and the most powerful friendly creature captures 2 Amber. You may then exalt that creature to repeat the preceding effect. You can capture 4 Amber. And bearing in mind, right, we got a couple of creatures that capture 4 Amber. We've got Old Bruno, we've got SHRIX. These are creatures that capture 3 Amber. This is 1 more, but it's on anything. Put that 4 Amber on a Gargantodon, for argument's sake. Or put that 4 Amber onto a creature that's got Imperial Scutum, whereby when you're destroyed, that Amber goes back to the common supply rather than going back to your opponent. It's Amber Control. It is really good Amber Control. It is going to stop your opponent forging a key, and that is rather lovely. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Those are the top 10 cards from the Saurian Republic. How cool. As it stands at the moment, I'd like to know what your best cards are, your favourite cards are, and of course, if you give me a full top 10 list, I'll be your friend. Go nuts in the comment section, but please do remember the rule. Be nice, would ya? And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at the Wossy. That's where we talk about games like Transformers and Keyforge and Final Fantasy and whatever takes our fancy. And do please consider checking out patreon.com/PTCGradio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, etc. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wossy Plays.